Sis, girl, I know you want this. Party my evil. Time to strike a chord, and it's probably a.
Alright, what's up, everyone? This is Black, and welcome to Black IRL. Today, we are watching Most Loved versus Most Hated Comebacks. I'm guessing this is YouTube edition. And this is by Observ. If we did, we're just gonna watch it again.
From Shane Dawson getting canceled after his past videos came to light, to Nikocado Avocado pulling off the biggest stunt in YouTube history. Here are the most loved versus the most hated YouTuber comebacks. Starting with Gideon, who came back as an entirely different person on Twitter.
I don't know who the fuck this is, bro. Like, never heard of this black nigga ever in my life. Not even seen his face around. Nothing, bro. But apparently, he came back, right?
Twitch after being banned for 2 years.
Yeah,
Gideon Adams, aka
okay. That's why I never heard his nigga, because he don't fucking Twitch.
Gideon started his content creation journey as a 12-year-old, uploading Call of Duty gameplay. However,
exactly.
That's
That's how you do it. That's how you do it, bruh. Play Call of Duty.
February of 2019, when Gideon uploaded the first video on his main channel titled, "I got suspended for hustling at my school."
Hey y'all, so far we sold about 4 Sprites and sold 2 Powerades.
This nigga was famous at 15, bro. And it was recorded at his school, and he had a good ass camera, bro. Shit made me mad, bro.
So I would say that's about $12 so far.
The video itself set the tone for the type of content Gideon would be focusing on for the next couple of months, with his big break coming thanks to his first viral video titled "Put the Gloves on Public Boxing." Despite Gideon getting knocked out in the process,
Again, I think this nigga's fucking 15. This nigga like he fucking 19 years old. He might be 19 years old. I don't even know what grade this nigga's in. I'm tripping. Maybe like 17. I only said high school, just we don't even know what. But we know he's not 20, bruh. But that shit made me mad as fuck.
it turned out to be for the best, as the video gained over 5 million views, making it Gideon's first ever viral video. The success of the video snowballed into more views, and by August 6th,
Nigga growing a full beard by 21.
2021, Gideon hit the
Hey,
1 million
ball.
subscriber mark.
Let's fucking go.
The success was something the creator had dreamed of, and even today, he admits that it was the milestone that meant most to him. And by January of 2022, Gideon started streaming on Twitch, thanks largely to Kai Cenat, who pushed his friend to expand his audience. However, after just
So you
2
never heard
days
his
of
name,
streaming,
what?
Gideon found himself in the biggest controversy of
I probably seen him around 1 or 2 times, but I just can't remember.
his career. While streaming on January 14th of 2022, Gideon was watching Pokimane play Valorant on her livestream when he noticed that he had more viewers than her at the time, so he jokingly decided to send over his chat to Pokies to spam the comment L+ ratio, while also delivering a
That shit
monologue
crazy
that
as fuck.
offended a lot of Pokimane's viewers.
I don't care how much you donated. I don't care how many hours you watch her. She's not gonna f you, bro.
And this is how Pokimane reacted to the comment.
So
Dude, you
yes,
were
that's
schmooving,
another
man, that's what I'm saying.
streamer or just bots?
And sure enough, Gideon would receive a 14-day suspension from Twitch the very next day. Following the banning, several big streamers on Twitch sided with Poki, and Gideon was pretty much cancelled and labeled a misogynist. And things only went from bad to worse, as Gideon was informed that he would be permanently banned from Twitch. Gideon felt hard done, considering it was his first offense on Twitch, and went on Twitter to voice his frustrations. However, Gideon quickly realized that this wasn't the way to go, so he did the mature thing and apologized.
The first thing first, I want to say I apologize for, you know, the Twitch stuff. I want to apologize for the Twitter stuff, especially. I was wilding on Twitter. It's up to her to accept or reject it, but I just want to apologize.
Following the apology, Gideon and Poki linked up for a video, and it seemed like the beef was well and truly squashed. However, that still didn't mean Twitch would unban Gideon. The next year saw Gideon continue uploading prank videos, and he started streaming on Rumble in 2023. However, this was also the same year we saw the biggest change in Gideon.
I think I seen this nigga on Instagram. That's what I seen him at.
If I were to die right now, with me chopping it up with ASAP Rocky, would any of that really matter, chat? No.
comments under the video were incredibly supportive of the creator, with people saying stuff like, "It's not an ending, it's a new beginning. Proud of you, Gideon, you made the right decision." And he started a new channel called Gideon, where he posted over 250 videos, while he still streams live on there talking about the message of Christ. At the same time, Gideon deleted several of the pranks he'd posted and also apologized to all the people that he may have caused harm as a result of his jokes in a video posted on November 30th, 2023, titled "Why I Deleted All My Videos."
You know, with this understanding, I would be a fool to go back into my old ways and keep on causing mischief, keep on pranking people, keep on.
Yeah, it just seemed like his new channel is about God and the Bible, and him reacting to like stories and stuff and talking about stuff in the Bible, and they all seem actually interesting. If y'all really in the Bible stuff, like in the God and stuff, I can go watch him. I might actually watch one of his videos. Seem interesting like that. Thumbnails are done like great, man.
People's day just for my financial gain.
It genuinely looked like Gideon had turned a corner with his new content, and in May of 2024, his Twitch account was finally reinstated after 2 years. Following the news, Gideon said he'd be returning to posting on his main YouTube channel, and he also started focusing on his new niche, which had been a trending thing in YouTube, catching child predators. However, this shift to his new style got him a lot of backlash simply because people thought that his Christian content wasn't getting enough views. Bro, the videos just undeleted themselves. That's crazy. Bills must have been due. But despite these claims, Gideon has successfully turned the corner from his initial ban in 2022 and owned up to his mistake, and has shown that he's trying to become a better person. Much like Gideon, Shane Dawson tried to rebrand himself after his
cat fucker. Oh hell no. Oh hell no.
Turn, but that ended up turning Shane into one of the most hated and controversial YouTubers on the internet. But before we get into what Shane did, don't forget to like and subscribe, which came as a surprise to many of his longtime viewers, considering Shane was at one point one of the most popular YouTubers on the platform. And for the most part, there was a big reason that contributed to the success Shane experienced, which was the art of rebranding.
This nigga looks like a creep. You look at his eyes, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That nigga is not okay to have his eyes wide open all the time, talking like that, bruh. The fuck wrong with you, cuz?
Himself to fit in with what was acceptable. During his early days on YouTube, Shane Dawson was known for making
oh hell no, that's him? What the fuck? Hell no, nigga.
Content that pushed boundaries, and this type of content was accepted at the time, and much of his audience didn't have a problem with it, considering they were all kids.
That's also crazy, but they were all kids.
Until 2014, when people began waking up to just how offensive Shane's content actually was.
Nigga thought it was funny to put on blackface and make fun of black people, bro. That shit crazy as fuck.
Favorite bodily fluid? Oh, the monkey.
Oh, hell no, bruh. This nigga said nigga on his thing and think no one could fucking see it, nigga? You think parents wouldn't fucking see your shit, nigga? Crazy as hell.
Woman, you're the best.
And with more evidence coming out through his videos of Shane doing blackface and behaving inappropriately with minors,
he basically is just doing shit off of stereotypes, not accurate, and then making fun of it.
Uploaded an apology video on September 26, 2014.
A lot of people watch my videos, and a lot of people can learn from my mistakes.
Following the apology,
this nigga didn't even seem like he was genuine, bro. That shit pissed me off.
Shane rebranded himself and his content, making more reaction-based videos and substantially tuning down on the racism. However,
tuning down on racism is crazy. Nigga, you should not do fucking racism at all. Ain't no fucking tuning down. Nigga, stop doing it. Go cold turkey, motherfucker.
Footprint was spread too far and wide for everything to settle down and never come up again. In 2017, older videos of Shane acting inappropriately towards his younger audience resurfaced in a podcast episode.
So why is it when somebody looks at Google's like baby on Google and off to it, they can get arrested?
Because
I don't understand.
Which Shane addressed in his next apology video, which was posted in January of 2018.
I'm gonna start by saying I am not a f***ing pedophile.
He sound like one.
Yeah,
He sound like a pedophile. He sound like a gay pedophile.
My real name, go on record saying I am not a f***ing
Following the
That don't mean
video,
it's true.
Shane spent the next year trying to figure out his next rebranding and eventually landed on making documentaries on some of the biggest YouTubers at the time, which included Jeffree Star, Tana Mojo, and Jake Paul. The video showed a new side of Shane, one which showed how he was an empath and how much he loved helping people. However, Shane would grow quite accustomed to apologizing for the things he'd done in his past, and by 2019, he had to address another one which
Fuck my cat. I told you, bro. Y'all thought I was just chatting, bro. No, that nigga fucked his cat. The cat fucker? Yeah, the cat fucker. The cat fucker.
involved his cat. Shane confessed in a podcast that he would do certain things to his cat, which obviously wasn't the best look. And after receiving criticism on it, Shane uploaded another apology video addressing these allegations. However, this time people weren't buying it. The whole thing was quite disturbing. Evidence of the claims being made was out in the open for everyone to see and make up their own minds.
hell no.
And most people agree that this kind of behavior
remind me of
just
Trump.
wasn't okay. Shane Dawson is actually trash. From doing blackface to and kids, I don't know, man. Y'all are gonna have to talk to him because that little apology isn't it. Shane
Exactly.
Dawson is such a sick and disgusting person. At this point, if you're still
Anyways, yeah, like this nigga is a weird person. If he just like if normal to him is doing all that bullshit, that means he normally does that around people, or talks about that shit around people. And that's how he lives his lifestyle. He wouldn't be doing or talking about it if he didn't do that like a regular basis. Like that's something he did, or like it's something he thought it was okay to do because he does it normally, talks about it, or like either just think about it, bro. It don't even matter.
standing and defending him, you're a joke. To add further insult to injury, Shane was called out on Twitter by Jaden Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith for another video that showed him acting inappropriately in front of a Willow Smith poster.
That's
Shane's time was
fucked up.
clearly up, and just 3 days after Shane's most recent apology video, Tati Westbrook blew the lid in a video titled Breaking My Silence. And as Shane reacted to the whole thing on his Instagram Live, the empathy mask he'd worked so hard to cultivate slipped, and people saw the real Shane Dawson.
As a victim of abuse myself,
Oh my god.
terrified.
You are so manipulative.
Think of facing public.
You're fake crying. You are fake crying. You are fake crying. That is not real. Oh my god.
I've never seen Shane like this. 2020 really be exposing people's true colors. Following the controversy, Shane took a year-long hiatus from the internet and later returned on YouTube, where he now posts conspiracy videos, and even though he averages over 1 million
I don't watch that
it's
nigga,
a
bro.
far
He still got 18 mil on his fucking shit. Don't watch that nigga, bro. I'm telling you right now. Don't what the fuck? Why the fuck he got 50 million on his shit, bruh? I mean, no, 6 years ago. Still, it don't matter, bruh. 50 mil is fucking crazy. After all the allegations and shit, he still got a whole big ass following. What the fuck? And that shit was an hour long of Shane Dawson. Are we dead at? Okay.
cry from where he once was. For many people, it's a shock that Shane was even allowed back on YouTube.
Exactly.
considering the stuff
See what YouTube fucking allows, bro? It can copyright my shit, but it can't focus on banning fucking Shane Dawson. Dead ass. Okay.
got up to, but his most recent comeback hasn't been as well received, all things considered. But unlike Shane Dawson, mukbang YouTuber Nicocado Avocado's comeback turned the internet upside down. For the past decade, Nicocado Avocado has been an internet meme because of the type of content he posted. His initial transformation from being a vegan violin player to becoming everything his younger version despised was a journey many of his fans followed him through.
And he did it for fucking views, bro.
Over time, Nick's mukbang videos got larger and more surreal, along with his weight. He managed to gain over 300 pounds over the course of his YouTube career, weighing in at 411 pounds at his heaviest. However, these videos continued to get an insane amount of views, which is why Nick continued to play the role of the punching bag everyone made fun of. By this point in 2020, Nick had managed to gain several million subscribers from his several YouTube channels and had involved himself in other weirder business ventures. However, despite the success YouTube gave him, his videos seemed more and more like a cry
He
for help.
literally tortured himself in his videos, bro. Getting fat, cutting his hair, being publicly humiliated, and for what? To come back? Someone said I was 2 steps ahead. Are we dead ass? Okay. He got famous off of hate. Because he thought it was the only way. Man, that's fucking sad.
help.
I'm on the edge of a breakdown. Most likely by the end of this video, I'm gonna be flipping out.
The increase in his weight had started giving him health problems, some of which he documented and that weren't good for him. Comments under these videos had the usual trolls, but also had a large section of his fan base that just wanted him to focus on improving his health. In September 2024, the YouTube documentary channel Sunny V2 posted an update video on Nick, which highlighted how his situation was only going to get worse if he—
Man, of course he's not fucking happy, bro. He's torturing himself for views, and that's not good. It's just people through a fucking screen watching you, and you're torturing yourself over that feeling that don't even last long.
he didn't take his health concerns seriously. However, in a major twist that shook the internet, just 2 days after Sunny's video, Nick Ocado uploaded a video titled 2 Steps Ahead.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead.
The video now stands at 49 million views, with comments calling his transformation one of the greatest moments in YouTube history.
Exactly.
In fact, he was able to keep this entirely private, with no one in the world telling his secret, while actively creating rumors of heart attacks and failed weight loss is so complex I can't even wrap my head around it.
Like, he made videos, multiple videos, posting them every day, consistently. And making them like in the days of the same day, so it would seem like he's still that. And after years, he's finally shows that he made progress. He was doing something about that, bro. That's why it's so fucking amazing, bro.
Unironically, this is probably one of, if not the biggest plot twist in the history of YouTube. Some people already predicted this would happen, considering the cryptic messages Nick had left in a particular video,
They told us they cracked the code.
also titled 2 Steps Ahead.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead.
After his transformation video, however, many people added conspiracy theories, such as Nick got liposuction or used Ozempic to aid his weight loss. And some even
These niggas can't even fucking take the fact he might have just fucking helped, bro. He might have just did something for himself.
claimed that the videos were pre-recorded. However, TikTok user Mr. Goodybags posted a video alleging that he met Nick Ocado in Vegas and his weight loss was very much real, which just proves how Nick's social experiment was one of the most thought out and elaborate plans ever seen on YouTube. Just a few days prior to the transformation video, Nick uploaded a video to his other channel where he was the same as he'd been, which confirms that Nick had been drip feeding his audience videos he'd recorded nearly 2 years in advance. Unlike Nick Ocado, however, Gabby Hanna's return to YouTube was much more underwhelming, with not many people really even interested by that point. Gabby Hanna was once one of the biggest internet influencers during the Vine era. Her videos were a mix of cute humor mixed in with jokes about how she's a crazy girlfriend, something that didn't age too well. However, at the time, Gabby was a rising star on the internet with nearly 5 million followers on Vine. After the company shut down, however, Gabby and the other Vine stars migrated to YouTube, where not everyone succeeded, but Gabby did. Her vlogs helped her gain a massive following in little to no time on YouTube, and this new audience she was exposed to liked her confidence and charisma, which is why within just 2 years on YouTube, Gabby went from 30,000 subscribers to 3 million subscribers. Gabby was entering the peak of her career by 2016, as she continued to grow on YouTube, win awards, and even upload her own music, something she'd been passionate about since her days on Vine. So much so that Gabby stopped uploading on her main channel to focus on her music. And even when she posted vlog updates on her second channel, viewers suggested that it was only because she wanted to promote her music. Following the success, Gabby released her new single, Monster, in 2018, which quickly became a viral meme.
Okay. That one's really good.
Despite that, Gabby experienced a new wave of stardom thanks to it, and used the opportunity to get back into YouTube as she started experimenting with new types of content, like her house cleaning series, which fans loved. However, everything slowly started to go downhill from here. Gabby's history of being a compulsive liar had been—
I love this nigga, bro. I swear to God. Lazy, bro. One of them people, bro. One of them people. Like, his content's so good, bro. I watch him. And I watch his reaction. Man, his reaction is so funny, bro. I gotta watch that nigga. Lazy, by the way. It's spelled that way. Lay and then Z.
Been well documented by this point. Her beef with Rice Gum was an early example of
Rice Gum
Gabby's—
is crazy. Like, bro, ain't nobody talking about Rice Gum no more. Ain't nobody talk about Rice Gum no more, bro. I'm telling you, I ain't heard no one say anything about Rice Gum in like years, bro. God damn.
Reality into a version that allowed her to be the victim. But the biggest example of Gabby's manipulative side was exposed by one of her oldest friends, Jessie Smiles, after she uploaded a video in the end of 2019 titled Gabby Hanna Needs to Be Stopped. The crux of their disagreement came from an incident which happened in 2013.
Hey, wait a minute. We know this nigga. He's an actor, right?
Needs to be stopped. The crux of their disagreement came from an incident
Exactly. He's an actor. I'm not tripping, right?
which happened in 2013. Jessie was dating another popular Vine star at the time, Curtis. However,
No, he's from Vine. That's where I know him from. I'm tripping. He's not an actor. He's from Vine. Okay.
Curtis was later arrested for essaying Jessie while she was asleep. The moment impacted Jessie, obviously. But what made things worse for her was the fact that Gabby, one of her closest friends, was still friends with Curtis, even meeting him and hearing him out several times. Over the
Damn, he fell out too then. Bad. God damn.
following years, the pair made storytime videos on their own channels, and people were soon beginning to realize that they were talking about each other. Gabby then saw a tweet from a user who suggested that Gabby, siding with her friend's abuser, was always something that gave her the ick, and as a response to the tweet, Gabby engaged in a long DM conversation with this person, calling Jessie manipulative and abusive. The DMs were then shared with Jessie, who uploaded her video, which changed the public's perception of Gabby drastically.
You are manipulative, and at the end of the day, you don't stop. Like, you got Jen to not only apologize to you, you got me to apologize to you for that you did. I just don't even understand how I allowed it.
Over the next 2 years, Gabby's videos weren't getting as many views, and she was getting hate regardless of what she did. So she did the only thing she had been doing for years: play the victim. She gave an interview to BuzzFeed 7 months after Jessie's video, where she again told the magazine her story in a way which made it seem like she hadn't done anything wrong, and later appeared on a podcast where she went on to say this.
Who was the one?
Now you can see how like delusional people can be, bro. She's a great example of how people can be so fucking delusional that they actually believe they weren't in the wrong, and then make other people believe that they weren't in the wrong, and be so fucking manipulative. Because that's what it's not really manipulating. It's just them believing that they were the victim, and then making sure everybody thinks they're the victim, which is fucked up, man.
That made those DMs public.
Everybody's really
But she thinks she's not capable of being wrong, and that's a fucked up mindset.
offended by things that I said in private DMs. Did I make those DMs public, or did Jessie make those public?
Released a phone call between her and Gabby in a tweet thread which read, "Gabby and I had a phone call last summer. I never planned to release it. In fact, there's nothing I want more than to never talk or think about Gabby ever again. But her continued lying about my trauma has officially broken me, and I don't know what else to do."
That's the first situation, was a FaceTime call. The second situation was when we were at an event and you tried to take a selfie with me, and I was like, no, that's not happening. And then the event that I'm assuming you have to be talking about is when I was at 1600 Vine, and then he came there. I think I was at Lele's, and then he showed up.
Basically, now she's making excuses.
He tried to talk to me and pull me aside there.
Yes!
Gabby tried to shift the narrative once again by posting an update to Jessie's tweets, which has since been deleted. However, she went on record to say, "This is something I literally never wanted to do. I never wanted to do any of this. I wanted this to just be in the past. I asked everybody repeatedly to just let me move on. I'm not part of this culture. I'm not. Just let me move on." But now she put out a highly edited and manipulative portion of a phone conversation used to make me look like I'm a monster. This time, however, no one would listen to Gabby, saying, "I'm floored. Drama channels are monsters, but you talked to Curtis because he's a human. You only got mad when he turned on you. There is no way you're actually pushing blame on Jessie. Are you kidding me?" Gabby then stopped uploading on YouTube and moved over to TikTok, where she had a public meltdown, posting 100 TikToks in just 24 hours. Even though Gabby made a comment by saying that she had gone through a manic episode.
And now she's saying she bipolar. That's fucked up. She has excuse on excuse. She turns things because she can't take accountability for herself, because she doesn't think she's in the wrong. And she wants to keep putting out shit, making things worse. And it says she don't want that shit out, that she wants it in the past. But you keep fucking bringing it on. You keep talking about it in interviews, and then you keep messing up your ex-best friend's life because you want to keep talking about something that should have been left in the past. You said you want to do, but you don't.
episode due to her being bipolar, it was a major cause for concern for many of her fans. Following her comments, Gabby took a break from the internet, not posting anything for 9 months on her socials before being spotted on the Instagram of the local YMCA in Hannah's hometown of Newcastle, Pennsylvania in December 2023. Gabby had gone through a lot throughout her career by this point, and a break seemed like a good idea. However, she returned just a couple of months later with a music video titled Where Did I Go? She continued to post more music videos throughout the year before uploading a video which cleared the air on her past.
Thank you, and I'm sorry to all of my friends, past, present, who I dumped so much negativity on.
But while Gabby seems to have lost most of her credibility, Tfue had plenty in the bank when he suddenly returned to YouTube after being retired for 5 months. Tfue started his
could not stay away from YouTube. He said 5 months, it's too long. Come back.
Channel in May 2014, posting Call of Duty Advanced Warfare highlights. And even by that point, you could tell that Tfue knew his way around a first-person shooter. Over the next 3 years, Tfue continued to play multiple games, including H1Z1, PUBG, and Destiny. By the start of 2018, he had 65,000 subscribers on YouTube. And just 2 months into the year, Tfue uploaded his first ever Fortnite video titled Fortnite 29 Solo vs Squads Kills Crazy Late Game with his
what, bro? I think it was not doing. He was just jumping. Nigga thought he could. Nigga went he went towards him as he was shooting. He didn't even try to run away. He went towards him, jumping at this nigga, bro. What's he gonna do? Hit him with a fucking pickaxe? Nigga, you're done.
Talent, he went on to break several world records for kills, and his gameplay kept more and more viewers coming in to check out his content. And by May of 2018, Tfue hit 1 million subscribers, which was followed by him hitting 2 million subscribers just 2 months later. Tfue was on a roll, and things got even better with him signing on with FaZe Clan while also streaming Fortnite Fridays. However, later in 2018, Tfue faced a major setback after all of his emails and important accounts were hacked.
And then I found out that my YouTube was hacked again and deleted fully. Every video, the entire channel, the email link to it.
He couldn't access his Twitch or YouTube accounts for 2 weeks, which made his return stream one of the most awaited streaming events of the year. And the return did not disappoint. Tfue's stream broke the record for most viewers on Twitch for the day, and after putting the setback behind, Tfue went on to compete in Fortnite tournaments and grew his following even more. But that would last less than a year, as in May of 2019, Tfue left FaZe Clan and eventually sued FaZe for limiting his career. He mentioned the situation in a video uploaded where he talked about his contract situation.
Allows FaZe at any point in 3 years to just take all my hard earnings and all my hard work and just strip it.
Regardless, Tfue continued to upload on his channel and later competed in the Fortnite World Cup, where he went on to the Solo World Finals. And going into the tournament, Tfue was one of the favorites to win. Unfortunately, however, he finished in 67th place out of 100, which was a huge letdown from many of his fans, and it got him a lot of haters who called out his skill level.
God damn, bro, y'all ain't gonna be so goddamn mean about it, bro. You know, it's like niggas who don't fucking have a life be playing that game for like 100 hours, don't go to sleep off of energy drinks and shit, and you think he gonna win against that nigga? Okay, and they went for it. And you gonna say he's ass? You been watching him for years. You gonna say he's ass? Dead ass? It's because he lost in the World Cup. That don't mean that nigga is ass. What?
The experience ended up changing Tfue's plans as the creator announced that this would be his last competitive tournament. The decision came as a surprise to some fans who wondered why Tfue would basically retire in the prime of his career. He started playing Call of Duty Warzones and still regularly uploaded IRL streams, and while these videos did over 1 million views on average, they were nothing compared to what Tfue was averaging during his prime Fortnite days. But the lack of views may have contributed to Tfue's eventual decision to return to Fortnite.
I mean, Fortnite fell off, so I don't know about that shit.
However, by this point, Tfue's audience had shrunk significantly. He continued to stream regardless until April of 2023, when Tfue just suddenly disappeared. No one knew why he stopped streaming until he uploaded a video on his channel where he broke down in tears explaining why he had decided Fortnite for good.
I always did what I wanted and not what other people told me to do. Just everybody else and just chase your dreams, dude, you know? It sounds cliche, but like...
But again, that retirement barely lasted a couple of months as Tfue returned from the depths of his own grave.
He said, 5 months? I think it's enough. and then came back because he couldn't quit on that, bruh. He came back for not just himself, but for his fans. And I don't even know this nigga.
Tfue returned to Kick this time around, where he started streaming Fortnite and some IRL content. And unlike Tfue, someone who should not be returning to YouTube anytime soon is Cody Ko, who hasn't posted on his main channel since Tana Mojo exposed him. Much like Gabby, Cody was one of those people who got famous thanks to Vine, which led to him becoming one of the most beloved and successful YouTubers, venturing out and launching successful businesses, releasing music, and much more. Him and Noel successfully launched their channel, and the duo racked up millions of views, and in 2018, Cody and Noel successfully launched their channel.
Have you ever wondered what a straight asshole look like? What the fuck is this nigga talking about? What? Why did it have 4.7 million views? They saw the fucking title. Drunk baking? Oh hell no, nigga. We do what?
Channel, and the duo racked up millions of views, and in 2018, Cody and Noel went on tour and reached 1 million subscribers on his main channel in June. During this era, Cody and Noel were involved in other things, but their YouTube presence kept growing as fans loved their chemistry on camera. It seemed like there was no way but up for
gay
Cody until May of 2024, when Tana Mojo dropped a bombshell on her podcast, after which Cody's life would be changed forever.
I've tried to talk about this a million times, and I feel like I never have the right words. But it's everywhere all over the internet, and I know people want me to talk about it, and I'm gonna do my best right now, you know? When I look back at the Cody situation, I definitely am like...
So Cody situation, I don't think anybody heard of it. I guess you're gonna get into detail, right?
Why was he doing that? You know what I mean? And there were so many situations. There was a situation with Gabby Hanna at a Playlist Live where she pulled him aside and told him, like, yo, she's 17. And then we still went and hooked up. And I can look at that and be like...
Whoa! That is fucking crazy, bruh. He was like... Damn, wait. Words, and I'm quoting, right? She said she was 17 and we still hooked up. I mean, she willing with that nigga? Am I missing something? And he did what?
Like, why were you doing that?
For many people, the news was a huge shock, but for some, this had been coming for a long time. Following the podcast, people began digging up old videos, which only proved that the clues were there for everyone to see.
Who's the smallest you've ever had sex with? Oh my god, did no one look at me? Cody Ko.
And so I started kind of hooking up with other people. Shout out JC Kalen, shout out Cody Ko.
17?
By July 26th, TMG posted a note on their website stating that Cody had been removed from the operations of the podcast.
Bro, this is why you shouldn't be having sex at an early age, bro. Cause you be wearing shit. These bullshit ass niggas. Shit crazy as fuck.
But fans were waiting for Cody to address the allegations. He uploaded a video on his third channel where he mentioned the news vaguely.
You know, I don't begrudge your judgment of me by any means. I just think all I can do right now and moving forward is just try to be the best person I can be for myself and for my family, and just try to continue putting the best shit out there that I can.
Seriously? He said almost nothing. In my personal opinion, I think it's the closest to an admission of guilt his lawyers will allow him to have. To me, this speaks volumes. On August 9th, on the first episode back, Noel addressed the allegations by basically saying that he couldn't talk too much about it.
And understandably, a lot of you want to know what I have to say about everything that's happened. And the reality there is that I'm not in a position to speak about the situation. And at this point, really, the thing I have to focus on is how to move forward.
Unfortunately, Cody seems to have returned to posting content on his second channel, making reaction videos, with people commenting things like, I like how he avoided looking at the camera for 21 minutes straight. Why does this feel so familiar yet so distant and off? And while Cody Ko's return feels like something that shouldn't have happened, Corey Kenshin only seems to be
yes, my God!
time he takes a break. break. Corey first joined YouTube on April 27th, 2009 at 16 years old, and over the next couple of years, he would continue to upload a variety of skits and vlogs, which were mostly humorous in nature. However, at this point, Corey was pretty new, and he only uploaded when he felt like it without expecting much out of it, which is a major reason why Corey decided to take the first of many breaks, which lasted from September 2011 to July of 2013.
Yeah,
when he returned in
2
2013,
years?
Corey started
What
to change his
the
content to do more horror gameplay videos, and his playthrough of Five Nights at Freddy's was the one
best videos ever, by the way, from him and Markiplier. And then he had more. He had like Undertale, Kindergarten, a lot of other games, bro. I'm telling you.
which would go on to change his career forever. His series would go on to gain millions of views and brought on an entirely new fan base to his channel. At that point, with the newfound fame, Corey grew more consistent with his schedule, posting almost every other day.
This is the time when I was around. I was watching him. I think it was 2015, 16, or 14, or 13, was it? Was it 2013? Maybe. Maybe not. You see, 2015 when I started, because I know I was watching him around this time.
Gaining millions of views.
And I think I was watching other older videos as well. So probably around like 2014.
Brought on an entirely new fan base to his channel. At that point, with the newfound fame, Corey grew more consistent with his schedule, posting almost every other day, which led him to reach 1 million subscribers by late 2016.
That man had fucked up teeth. I was there. When he first started doing spooky, scary Sundays, I was there. When he was doing Corey's cooking, or kitchen shit. Cooking with kitchen. I forgot what it was. I was there. I even know his favorite snack. Even though it probably changed over the years. He be eating Skittles now. But it was sweetest fish. And I shared the same thing.
Corey was an extremely well-liked
I was there when he got 1 million subscribers.
and respected member of
I was there when he posted okay, I'm gonna stop.
the YouTube community with a growing fan base. However, Corey's habit of taking breaks never went away. In February of 2016, Corey stopped uploading for 2 months without any updates. On May 1st, 2016, Corey announced he would return and uploaded a video titled Corey X Kenshin.
Yeah, he kept going on break, but that's why I was so used to it. When he went on that fucking break, he went to Japan. I was like, he's gonna come back. He didn't come back for like 9 months. That shit disappointed me, bro. But like, bro, I was so used to him going on break. I thought it would be like 2 or 3 months. Nigga went on with 9, and then went on again with a year and a half. Are we dead ass, bro? A year, probably even 2. 2 years? Was it 2 years or a year and a half? I can't remember.
Return. 2 years later, in January of 2018, Corey once again went on hiatus out of the blue for 4 months. And again, a year later, in 2019, Corey took a 9-month-long break. While many speculated the reason behind the breaks at the time, Corey explained his situation on April 4th, 2020, by uploading a video stating why 2020 was the worst year of his life.
How you been? I'm like one of those dads that like leaves when you're a baby, then try to come back when you make it to the NBA. Hey, son.
In the video, Corey stated that he needed to spend some time away from his videos and social media. He revealed that he found himself depressed and anxious because of YouTube, and stated that he felt he spent too much time trying to make the best videos and struggling with his mental health when he thought his work wasn't as good as it could be. A big reason for Corey's breaks and frequent burnouts was the fact that Corey did everything by himself, even as his channel grew to 11 million subscribers by 20.
That's why I don't be fucking posting, bruh. Cause I'm doing everything by myself. I don't get no editor. I just got this mic by myself, or my friend actually helped me get this. But I got it, and then this computer got by myself. Bro, everything I'm doing right now is by myself. I'm trying to build myself up by myself, editing these videos, committing to this shit by myself, bro. No one's helping me with my channel.
2021, Corey would still edit and produce the videos all on his own. For many other creators, not uploading for a month could spell trouble for their channel, but for Corey, it was almost the opposite. His fans had grown genuinely attached to him and his content, which is why they were willing to wait it out for him. And in 2023, Corey uploaded his last video reacting to a trailer of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, in which he made a guest appearance. Following the video, however, Corey took his second longest break to date and only returned in December 2024 with a video titled, "Hey, Long Time No See," which announced the trailer of his upcoming manga series, Monster We Make.
Not the face you were expecting today. But I hope you've been well.
Despite the break, the comments flooded with messages of support for Corey, with most of his fans just glad that he's back. Corey is like the one friend you don't see for years, but when you see them, you become brothers again. Real GOAT stuff. Welcome back, man. Which goes to show that despite him taking many long breaks, his fans will always be there for him to show their support and love for his work. Corey's comebacks are pleasant and well received by his fans. David Dobrik, however, made a surprise return in 2025.
Fuck about this nigga, bro. I bet he's like one of the fucking egotistic motherfuckers I seen on here, bro. He be at you know how Mr. Beast got a lot of money and use it for good, right? At least I actually like fucking Mr. Beast more than this nigga, bro. This nigga is egotistic with his money, bro. And like he the most richest nigga in the world and do whatever the fuck he want, bro. That shit pissed me off.
Which got him a lot of backlash. David Dobrik is quite easily one of the most infamous YouTubers on the platform. With over 20 million subscribers by 2020, David had become arguably the most popular vlogger of all time. But much like a few other people on this list, David got his start from Vine. He started posting NFL videos on his account before uploading skits.
And then he started dating Liza Koshy, and then he got broke up with Liza Koshy. I seen that shit. And then he started to fall off after he broke up with Liza Koshy, I'm telling you right now.
Jokes, which viewers really enjoyed. But it was in 2015 that David found the form of content
what the fuck? What type of title is that? And they got 13 million? Putting a puppy into the microwave. First attempt at what?
Turned out to be the major
My first attempt at what?
defining point of his career. He started vlogging about his hanging out with his friends and later included other famous Vine stars like Gabby Hanna, Zayn, and Heath. While all these other people had much higher follower counts than David, his decision to start vlogging at the time he did turned out to be a great decision as Vine shut down by the end of 2016, which led a large group of content creators to switch to YouTube. Over the next few years, David's popularity skyrocketed. He was chosen to host the 2019 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, was in Angry Birds 2, and even made an appearance on Jimmy Fallon. And by the end of 2019, David was ranked YouTube's 5th most viewed creator. By 2020, however, David's uploads on YouTube started to slow down, mainly due to COVID, and with David's style of content, this meant that there were very few things he could vlog about, but he was still killing it on TikTok, with gaining over 25 million followers within a single year. Everything seemed too good to be true, and it actually was. David had seen the highs very few people in his position ever reach, and you don't get to the top without some controversy. The first of which came up in 2021, when one of David's old vlog members, Seth Francois, claimed that he was SA'd in one of David's vlogs.
You know, during the video, we kind of start the makeout, starts going, and then it's going on for a decent period of time. Then after Jason pulls off his mask, and I realized that, you know, I just was touched by someone that, you know, I did not, you know, consent to having their tongue.
Seth later asked David to take the vlog.
God damn. So basically what he's saying was they pranked him. He was actually kissing a man instead of a woman. God
down, but David instead offered to pay him to keep it up. He later also talked about it on a podcast where he did not seem to really care about what he put his friend through.
I feel so bad, and it's awful because the poor guy had to go through that, and his friends are probably gonna chew him out for that for the next like 3-5 years of his life.
Similarly, another member of the vlog squad, Nick, talked about his time with David on the H3H3 podcast, where he revealed some disturbing truths about David.
You know, like, I do like some of those people in there, but majority of people just were like, yeah, you know what, like, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna make fun of Nick because our leader is doing it, you know?
Looking back, a lot of David's vlogs have him trashing basically everyone, while he expects them to play along and be okay with it. Much like Nick and Seth, Trisha Paytas and Gabby Hanna experienced similar scenarios.
I felt so
fucking bad. The shit that they said and did to Gabby is something that could cause lifelong trauma.
That's how her make just her face. Oh, you're right. She ugly. The beauty
Crazy
aisle. Gabby,
shit.
have you ever been in there? Probably not.
Damn.
What?
There you go, Liza.
Still right here. It's amazing what artists can do with people's faces. Look what they did to Gabby's.
The list of
That is
horrible things.
fucking crazy. They was supposed to need fuck out of Gabby, bro. God damn.
David has done to his friends goes on, but one of the worst things he's ever done was to Jeff Wittick. In June of 2020, David and the Vlog Squad gathered to perform a stunt which involved Jeff being tied to an excavator and being spun around by David. At one point, the excavator was spinning violently, and despite Jeff's pleas to stop, David kept it moving, and it caused Jeff to fly straight into the excavator. Things later went from bad to worse for David, as in 2021, several SA allegations came out relating to an incident which involved his close friend and Vlog Squad member Dirty Dom. The allegations began in March 2021 when Business Insider reported that a Vlog Extra had come forward about being SA'd by Dom while she was intoxicated at a party in 2018. Following the news, David released an apology video which wasn't taken in too well by the internet.
I want to start this video off by saying I fully believe the woman who came out against Dom and said she was by him. As was reported, the next day I got consent to post the video. Even though I got the consent to post that video, I should have never posted it.
Following the video, David took a long break and returned nearly 3 years later in January 2025 with a new vlog which showcased his body transformation. The comments, however, weren't too kind, saying stuff like, "David's dodging those calories like he's dodging accountability," and "the forced laugh and smiles, how can anyone actually enjoy this?"
Oh yeah, I remember that shit when it was
I thought I'd have to-
Goddamn, I remember that shit when they were making fun of niggas. Oh yeah, he got a transformation, but niggas still fucked up. But alright, that's the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one.